Paul McCartney was born in Liverpool in 1942, in the middle of a war. The city shook with air raid sirens, houses were modest, and life was simple but hard. His father, Jim, sold cotton by day and played piano at night. His mother, Mary, was a nurse, whose quiet warmth kept the family together. Music filled their small house, sing-alongs around the piano, radios humming faintly in the background. When Paul was 14, everything changed. His mother died of breast cancer, leaving the house strangely silent. Grief pushed him towards music. He got his first guitar, flipped it upside down to suit his left hand, and spent nights teaching himself to play. In those quiet rooms, melodies began forming, simple at first, but different, personal. At a church fete in 1957, Paul met John Lennon. John was brash, funny, and raw. Paul, melodic and precise. Their talents meshed instantly. Soon, Paul joined John's band, the Quarrymen, later renamed the Beatles. They added George Harrison, then Ringo Starr, and by the early 1960s, the four boys from Liverpool were playing marathon sets in Hamburg's smoky clubs, sharpening their sound and their bond. Fame came fast. Love Me Do was their first single. Please Please Me followed. She Loves You erupted. Beatlemania swept across Britain and then the world. Crowds screamed at airports, police lines collapsed, and the band's every move was headline news. Paul's melodies, Yesterday, Hey Jude, Let It Be, became anthems for a generation. But the whirlwind came with cracks. Manager Brian Epstein's death in 1967 left them rudderless. Creative tensions grew, friendships frayed. By 1970, the Beatles broke up. For fans, it felt like the end of an era. For Paul, it was a chance to start again. He married Linda Eastman in 1969, retreating to a farm in Scotland to raise their children in quiet. Out of that peace came new music. His band Wings scored hits like Band on the Run, proving Paul's genius didn't depend on the Beatles. Through the 70s and 80s, he kept reinventing himself, recording, touring, collaborating with artists young and old. In 1998, tragedy struck again when Linda died of breast cancer, the same illness that had taken his mother. The loss was profound, but Paul carried on, pouring his love and grief into music. He later remarried and continued performing well into his later years, his concerts drawing crowds spanning generations. Knighted in 1997, Paul became Sir Paul McCartney, an honor recognizing not just his songs, but his cultural impact. His music, from Blackbird to Let It Be, remains timeless, woven into the fabric of weddings, funerals, and everyday life. The boy who once stared out bus windows dreaming of something bigger became one of the greatest songwriters in history. And even now, in his 80s, he still walks on stage, still sings to packed stadiums, still proves that music, when born from the heart, never ages.
If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and join us again as we explore the untold stories of celebrities you thought you knew.